Good news, guys! Ripple is now onboarding new on-demand liquidity partners that leverages XRP and the XRPL for other use cases beyond remittances. By the way, Senator Cynthia Lummis has given her opinion on the ongoing crypto regulation saga. Also, we will be looking at the possibilities of the SEC filing an immediate appeal against Ripple. Finally, according to the Bank of America, is it difficult to determine the implications of Ripple ruling for the U.S. crypto industry? Stick with me till the end to find out more. If this sounds like something of much interest to you, be sure to check out this new video starting now. Hello everyone and welcome to our channel, where we talk about the latest updates on XRP and the cryptocurrency world in general. If this is your first time watching one of our videos, we happily send you a special welcome. We invite you to hit on the notification bell so you never miss another video. We are announcing that this channel has a giveaway of 200 XRP. To stand the chance of participating, all you have to do is simply subscribe to the channel, like this video and comment with the hashtag XRP, and the winner will be announced on the 31st of July. In a disclosure by prominent XRP community member, WrathofKahneman, the intriguing case of Ripple's latest on-demand liquidity partners has come to light, showcasing how XRP is being used for diverse purposes beyond traditional remittances. One notable partner, Nutrisource, an agricultural company based in Singapore, has made significant strides in sub-Saharan Africa since 2020. In Uganda, Kenya, Cameroon, and Tanzania, Nutrisource empowers farmers through technology-driven solutions, utilizing an agrochemical business and a cutting-edge Farm Santa app. The Farm Santa app has become instrumental in Nutrisource's collaboration with Ripple's ODL, providing farmers with real-time access to vital financial inputs and transparent price discovery for their produce. WOK stressed that this functionality is especially valuable for farmers, such as an Ivorian farmer mentioned in a previous interview who previously struggled to obtain price information at the port of Abidjan. What sets Nutrisource apart is its alignment of operations with trade finance. However, the specific use case for XRP remains unclear. Similar trends are seen with other recent ODL partners, including Oceanus, Valency, and Star Dreams. WOK rightly emphasized that this growing pattern highlights XRP's potential as a robust infrastructure beyond traditional remittance and treasury operations. Ripple's pivotal announcement in November 2022 laid the groundwork for this paradigm shift. The company, renowned for its payment solutions tailored to financial institutions, expanded its services to cater to corporate customers like Nutrisource, recognizing untapped potential in various industries. The expansion encompassed trade, agriculture, e-commerce, technology, and supply chain segments, signifying Ripple's commitment to evolving in response to customer needs. This transformation in Ripple's approach was driven by the desire to address the limitations of the legacy financial system across multiple use cases. While remittances were initially the focus, customer interest led Ripple to explore new growth avenues. Consequently, the company's global payments network saw a surge in applications like internal treasury management, salary disbursements, and bulk transactions. From November through January, Ripple also announced some new payment partners and ODL users, as per details from WrathofKahneman. The unfolding narrative of Ripple's ODL partners leveraging XRP for trade and agribusiness heralds a new era for the cryptocurrency's utility. It has diversified its use cases and strengthened its position as an essential component of financial infrastructure. In a recent tweet, Cynthia Lummis, a U.S. Senator from Wyoming, expressed the urgent need for Congress to establish a comprehensive regulatory framework for crypto assets. The catalyst for her call was the Ripple decision, which has raised concerns about the lack of clear guidelines surrounding digital currencies. Teaming up with Senator Kirsten Gillibrand from New York, Lummis unveiled the Lummis-Gillibrand bill, touting it as the most comprehensive and bipartisan proposal to address the digital currency space. The Lummis-Gillibrand bill builds on the earlier version they introduced months before the collapse of FTX in 2022, aiming to protect consumers while fostering innovation in the industry. We can put sufficient consumer protections and safeguards on this industry so that something like the failure of FTX would likely not happen in the United States, Lummis remarked in an interview. We know how to regulate it. We know how to safely define what is a commodity and what is a security. Central to their proposal is the clear differentiation between securities and commodities, with enforcement authority assigned to the appropriate regulatory bodies. The bill entrusts the SEC to play a more proactive role in safeguarding consumers and imposes disclosure requirements on companies. Furthermore, crypto exchanges must register with the Commodities Futures Trading Commission to maintain transparency and accountability under the new bill. The two senators expressed confidence in the SEC and CFTC's capability to handle their role in the crypto industry to ensure compliance and growth. Senator Lummis noted that their approach had been carefully vetted through consultations with industry experts and regulators, indicating a broad consensus for moving forward. Regulatory uncertainty has raised fears that crypto companies might seek friendlier jurisdictions abroad, potentially losing business from the United States. According to an NBC report, J.P. Morgan had urged lawmakers to establish a comprehensive framework for regulating the crypto industry and clarify the SEC's and CFTC's responsibilities. While Lummis and Gillibrand's bill gains traction, it is not the only option on the table. As was disclosed, Congressman Patrick McHenry, Financial Services Committee Chairman, introduced a draft to provide cryptocurrency regulations. Furthermore, David Schwartz, CTO at Ripple, has recently commented on the heated debate regarding the SEC's next line of action in the Ripple case. As reported on Tuesday, prominent legal expert James "Metalawman" Murphy speculated that the SEC may consider 4 options as its next move. Firstly, Metalawman said the SEC could request an interlocutory appeal. Secondly, the top legal expert mentioned that the regulatory agency could proceed with a trial regarding the aiding and abetting claim against Ripple execs Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larsen. Thirdly, Metalawman noted that the SEC could drop its claim against Garlinghouse and Larsen to file an immediate appeal, challenging Judge Torres' ruling. The legal expert said the securities regulator would not seek permission from Judge Torres and the Second Circuit. Lastly, Metalawman said the SEC could settle with Ripple, a move the expert thinks is highly unlikely. As expected, Metalawman's analysis stirred reactions from XRP enthusiasts, with Ripple CTO joining the discussion. In a tweet on Wednesday, Schwartz said the Securities and Exchange Commission could not file an immediate appeal by dropping its case against Ripple execs. According to Schwartz, Judge Torres' decision did not fully resolve the dispute between the parties, especially the remedies aspect. Schwartz noted that the parties have not argued remedies after the court's ruling. With Schwartz ruling out the possibility of the SEC filing an immediate appeal, the regulator could explore any of the 3 options highlighted by Metalawman. Although Judge Torres ruled on major parts of the lawsuit, the case is far from over in the Southern District of New York. It bears mentioning that the judge ruled that Ripple's programmatic XRP sales on digital exchanges, worth over $720 million, are not securities. However, she found Ripple's direct XRP sales to institutional clients worth $728.9 million to be securities. Meanwhile, the judge did not rule on the aiding and abetting charges leveled against Ripple's execs. Additionally, the court did not decide how much fine Ripple would pay for violating securities law via its XRP sales to institutional investors. Per the ruling, these issues will be heading to a trial. Notably, the court is expected to communicate a date for a trial in due course. Now to the big question of the day: is it difficult to determine the implications of Ripple ruling for the U.S. crypto industry? Please, do not forget to subscribe to our channel and also hit that notification bell to be the first person to get more updates about the latest happenings as regards to XRP. Analysts at Bank of America commented on Judge Analisa Torres' recent ruling in the SEC versus Ripple lawsuit. According to a recent CoinDesk report, the American banking giant said Judge Torres' decision did not clarify the regulatory uncertainty issue in the U.S. crypto space. The leading financial institution noted that it is difficult to determine the implication of the court's ruling on the industry, even though digital asset enthusiasts embraced the decision. Implications of the rulings are difficult to determine, the bank said. Notably, Bank of America made this known while highlighting the importance of regulatory clarity in driving the mainstream adoption of crypto. Unlike most developed countries, the U.S. has not developed a comprehensive framework for its industry. Instead, the nascent industry is governed by opaque administrative guidelines and unclear rules. The SEC has continued to tout itself as the appropriate regulator for the industry and has used aggressive enforcement actions to regulate the industry. In the eyes of the SEC, all crypto assets other than Bitcoin are securities. It has also ignored calls to provide clear guidelines while reiterating that existing securities laws are clear enough. To this end, the agency is battling a lawsuit filed by American exchange Coinbase. The company looks to force the SEC to respond to its rulemaking petition. Many experts speculated that Judge Torres' ruling could provide regulatory clarity for the emerging market. However, BOA does not think the verdict provided clear implications for the broader crypto market. Recall that Ripple recorded a partial victory against the SEC. Aside from XRP being declared as a non-security, Judge Torres also ruled that Ripple's programmatic sales on digital exchanges do not constitute securities. However, the judge concluded that Ripple's XRP sales to institutional investors violated securities laws. Reacting, Bank of America said, the judge ruled that Ripple's programmatic sale of XRP on digital asset exchanges did not constitute an unregistered offer and sale of investment contracts, but primarily because an initial unregistered offering and sale to institutional investors had already occurred that created a market. Meanwhile, Bank of America heaped praises on Ripple's XRP offerings. The leading financial institution touted Ripple's XRP offerings as unique. Notably, BOA's recent report comes a few weeks after the top financial institution recognized Ripple's efforts in cross-border settlements. As reported, Bank of America highlighted Ripple's ability to facilitate cross-border settlements using blockchain technology. So we come to the end of this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, please make sure you like the video, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. This really helps me with the YouTube algorithm. Also, you can help enlighten others just like you have been enlightened by sharing this video to as many people as possible. Let's get this news everywhere, guys. If you are a true cryptocurrency fan, don't miss any of our content. See you tomorrow to talk about the latest news that concerns us all as a community.